Oh my God, the Lakers played probably one of the more entertaining games of the season as they went to double overtime to defeat the Golden State Warriors in their first game of the Grammy road trip. What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and before we get into all the madness of that game, I want to bring your attention to something. There is 90% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who are not subscribed to the channel just yet, and if you guys want more of that, like news, like reactions, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest so you guys do not miss a moment. And now with that out of the way, guys, let's hop straight into the craziness that was that basketball game as, like I said, the Lakers win a double overtime thriller against the Warriors. So this game literally had everything. As I said before, this is the Lakers' first game of the Grammy road trip, so this is the longest road trip of the season, and the Lakers really came out with a bang in this one as it went to double overtime, and they needed every single point they got as they only won that by 1 point, 145 to 144. I'm going to take you through the whole game because it was just absolute madness, but start looking at that stat sheet here as LeBron James in this one really was phenomenal as he had 36 points, 20 rebounds. Yes, I said 20 rebounds, 12 assists, and go down the line. D'Angelo Russell, amazing game in this one. 28 points, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block shot. And then Anthony Davis, 29 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists to go along with 4 blocks. And then off the bench, Vanderbilt and Rui Hachimura had some very good contributions. And then Austin Reaves, although he didn't shoot well, did have some clutch moments, especially at the free throw line towards the end. So the Lakers in this one, all across, it was just an insane game, like I said, and I'll take you through it because there was a lot of ebb and flows of this game in this one, as in that real first quarter and like first half, really, it was going really back and forth between both teams, as the Lakers were doing the things that they were doing well, so they were getting some steals, getting out transitions, getting some easy, fast break points, while the Warriors were doing their thing on the three-point end. I believe Steph Curry had either 3 or 4 three-pointers in that first quarter alone, where he was just torching the Los Angeles Lakers early on, to go along with Draymond Green, who was back and really just doing what Draymond Green does, assisting the ball, really helping facilitate the Warriors' offense, just being just an absolute menace on the defensive end as he was guarding Anthony Davis to start in this one, and he was just kind of like moving all over the floor and just guarding multiple different guys. And then the Warriors also in that one had huge helps from Jonathan Kuminga, who was really playing really well. He's been playing really well recently for the Golden State Warriors. So he, along with Draymond Green and Steph Curry, were really leading the charge for the Warriors there in that first half, where the Lakers were led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis in that one. They were doing their things, getting to their spots, and huge minutes from Jared Vanderbilt in that first half, because like the second he got in that game, he was making an impact on both sides of the ball there. Jared Vanderbilt really had a spectacular game. As we continue to go about the game, I'll talk more about Jared Vanderbilt because he was just incredible in that one. But at the end of that first half, the Lakers were up 68-63, and that was due in part to the fact that Vanderbilt checked in just around like the minute 55 second mark at the second quarter, and the Lakers went on a 12-4 run there to close out the quarter to take the lead. And Jared Vanderbilt was a really big reason why he was the guy was able to get some steals on that side of the ball, and then also been able to finish on the offensive end. So he was really helping the Lakers up there in that first half. And then we roll over to the third quarter, where the Lakers started off really poorly in that one. The Warriors really started off on fuego, on fire. They were doing their things where they usually done in those dynasty and championship runs, were in that third quarter where they start off just on fire and you really just can't guard them. And it really seemed kind of hopeless, especially when we get to the point in that third quarter where Anthony Davis went down with a hip spasm injury. It wasn't reported as a hip spasm at the time. He was moving very gingerly at the moment. So it was very uncertain at that point in time if Anthony Davis was going to come back in the game. But Not to fear, the Lakers made a massive run as they subbed in Rui Hachimura to go along with Jared Vanderbilt in that one, and they were playing with a lineup of Austin Reaves, D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, and LeBron James, and they went on a run in that third quarter. We were able to close the gap there for the Los Angeles Lakers after it getting away from them and them giving that 5-point lead that they had at halftime. And so the Warriors were able to come back a little bit towards the end of that quarter. They had some nice contributions. If we take a look at the Warriors stats from Clay down the stretch, Clay had 24 points in that one. Like I said, Steph Curry had 46 to go along with 7 assists. And then Wiggins had 22 to go along with Kuminga 22. And then Draymond Green had a phenomenal game, a phenomenal Draymond Green game, as he had just 8 points, but 14 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks to go along with a plus 31 in the plus minus department. He was really good when he was on the floor for the Warriors, but when he was off it, that's when the Warriors kind of struggled, and the Lakers took advantage in that one. So the Warriors were up at the end of the third quarter, 99-91 in that one. And then this is pretty much when all the madness started up there in that fourth quarter. As just coming down, the Lakers, it really changed the tides a little bit as they were trying to get a run there, but then they weren't really finding anything. And then Anthony Davis came back into the game at around the 9-minute mark, which was huge for the Lakers. Probably a big confidence boost for like the rest of the guys on the roster to see him back out there and doing his thing, as he's been doing that this entire season. And this is just a real kudos to Anthony Davis, just the way he's been fighting through a lot of injuries, a lot of nagging pain and stuff like that. So I just really want to give my props to Anthony Davis, as he's been really just rewriting the narrative of what people think about him. So he came back in that game, really just changed things just with his presence. He's able to get a few jumpers in that one, and then also just provide his value that he does on the defensive side of the ball. But this game started to go down the wire, and it was really LeBron James and D'Angelo Russell in that one that were really propelling the Lakers offense there in that fourth quarter, as D'Angelo Russell had 11 points in that fourth quarter, and he was really making the Warriors work on that side of the ball, on the offensive side of the ball, because he was just getting to his spots, knocking down very clutch shots, and also playing two-man game with LeBron James, as him and LeBron were kind of commandeering the offense to kind of take care of what was going on with Anthony Davis, as he wasn't fully at 100%, but he was out there and still grinding. And then, like I said before, guys like Jared Vanderbilt was making a massive impact in that one. Like I said, take a look back at these stats, and Vando had 14 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, but he was a plus 30 in the plus minus department. And usually plus minus doesn't tell the whole story, but in this game particularly, plus minus was the difference for Jared Vanderbilt, as he was a plus 30 while he was on the floor, and then the guy that is playing ahead of him, Taurean Prince, was a minus 22 in this one. Probably a kind of a forgettable game for Taurean Prince in this game, but Jared Vanderbilt, I can't say enough about him. His impact, his effort, his hustle was really helping out the Lakers in every aspect of this game, and that's why he ended up getting there 40 minutes at the end of this one. But we go down the wire. The Lakers seem to have the game a bit in hold, but the Warriors came back with a couple of clutch shots on their own, and they were able to tie it there at the end of regulation, and the Lakers weren't able to get a shot at the end of it. So we will go into the first overtime, where the Lakers had got a 4-point lead in that one by a shot by LeBron James, and then a shot by Anthony Davis also. So they were able to get a little bit of a lead there in that fourth quarter, but then the Warriors came right back with their threes, as Steph Curry, once again, he just wouldn't go away all night. He was absolutely incredible. 46 points, 7 assists. He was really cooking the whole way. So him and Klay Thompson were able to hit big shots there for the Warriors, as it came down to the wire in that first overtime, and then the Lakers weren't able to or the Warriors weren't able to grab a lead in that one. So we went to another overtime, the second one, and this one was at the war of attrition. A lot of guys were definitely tired in this one. Guys like Jared Vanderbilt wasn't playing with the initial energy he had at the beginning of that one. Austin Reaves looked very gassed. But LeBron James was doing his thing. He really was carrying Lakers in that overtime period, along with D'Angelo Russell. While he did have a couple of mishaps, one of them that led to an Anthony Davis layup, and then another one that led to a turnover, and then had the Warriors run out the other way. But then the Warriors had, I believe it was Brandon Podziemski miss a 3-point shot, and the Lakers were running back the other way. And then here comes D'Angelo Russell after a couple of mistakes that he made, and then he pulls up from three to give the Lakers a 1-point lead at the time, and a lead that would eventually end up staying up until Steph Curry hit just, a crazy and just simple. That wasn't even a crazy shot. It was just a simple Steph Curry shot. It was just crazy. Just like what happened before that, as the Lakers weren't trying to switch Jared Vanderbilt on anybody else on that point. And so he was trying to hug Steph Curry, and then he came up to try to fight through a screen, and then Draymond Green did his usual, is it a real screen? Not really a screen. And then there was no call on that play. As I said, the refs and the officiating were very weird in this one. They had a weird non-call, which led to a jump ball at the end of regulation, and they also had some very strange foul calls on both sides of the ball. So it was just a weirdly officiated game. But yeah, they had a no call on that play. And then it allowed Steph Curry to hit a 3-point shot to put the Warriors up by 1. But the Lakers had the ball back with about 5.7 left to go on the game clock. And then they were able to get the ball into LeBron James on their next possession. He drove to the basket, got fouled, but was able to knock down 2 clutch free throws that led to the Lakers' victory, as the Warriors had no timeouts at the point of the time, and they had to get the ball up the full lengths of the court. And Steph Curry threw up a full court heave, but to no avail. The Lakers were able to win that one 145 to 144 in double overtime. And it was just an insane game, just a lot of swings both ways for each teams, and probably one of the more exciting games on the season that you'll see. But LeBron James in this one, I can't speak enough about him, as his 36-point game and 20 rebounds actually is the third time only a Laker has done it. The first time since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did it. And then him dishing out 12 assists. He joined Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Elgin Baylor, who actually did it 3 times, as guys to go for 35, 20 rebounds, and then dish out double digits assists. So LeBron James in that one was absolutely immaculate, to go along with D'Angelo Russell, who made some big plays down the stretch. He is really showing why the Lakers probably shouldn't trade him in this one, as his offense has been the propeller for the Lakers offense to really look phenomenal these past couple of weeks here, as his ability to shoot the 3 ball and also his passing ability has really opened a lot of things up for LeBron James and Anthony Davis, giving him more driving lanes, as teams would want to stay home on D'Angelo Russell and not give him that open shot. But he was amazing in this one. Anthony Davis, just writing off the narrative of him being injury riddled, coming back in this one and playing well, playing through that hip spasm that's been bugging him all season. And then Jared Vanderbilt, what more can I say about that guy? Plus 30 in the plus minus department, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 4 steals. This guy was absolutely everywhere, guarding everybody and anyone. He was on Steph Curry at points. He was on Klay Thompson at points. He was guarding Wiggins, Kuminga, just anybody who he was on. He was just giving that maximum Vando effort that he's been giving now that he's been coming back healthy at this point of the season. So Vando really proved to be an X factor in this one, but LeBron James, D'Angelo Russell, and Anthony Davis were the forces why the Lakers were able to get a win in this one and able to stave off that crazy 46 points and 7 assist game that Steph Curry had in that one. He was just hitting ridiculous shots left and right. He was really doing everything that he could, but to no avail. And that's why probably after the game, he tore his jersey. He was a little bit upset in that one that he wasn't able to get the Warriors the victory. But that's probably going to be it for this video, guys, as let us know what you guys think about the comments. Do you think this is a defining win for the Lakers? Because I do believe this can propel them to greater heights as they start this Grammy road trip. They're on to the Houston Rockets next, and then a back-to-back against the Atlanta Hawks in the next one. So we'll see how the Lakers fare in that one. We'll see if there's a couple of injuries on the report, because there was a couple of guys who got banged up. They were able to play through it just because of the high intensity of this game. So we'll see how the Lakers fare on the rest of the road trip. It's a great start to get this win, but that double overtime game was absolutely insane. I have been your host, Okechi Apakama for Lakers Digest, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.